You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy.
Tonight, imagine getting rid of all of the bad and only remembering the good. Zapping your brain sounds like something out of science fiction movie.
My memory was wiped in Hollywood. I used to write movies for stars.
Is there a chapter in your life you wish you could forget?
So many. Too many.
What if you could? Brighter Days Inc., offering a patterned, non-surgical procedure to erase all your unwanted memories. Make an appointment.
Person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Side effects, that is something I should have talked about. Okay. The bad memories may seem unclear and...
So there was like a similar thing to like Men in Black, but it's like, it's supposed to be like a clinic. Oh, it's called Brighter Days Clinic.
What the fuck?
So it's like...
So y'all know how they tell us stuff in movies before they tell us stuff in real life? Well, no. I said they...
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all pay. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily.
So a lot of people have been up in arms about Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo and the whole Wicked cast, right? But today we're not talking about the Wicked cast. We're not talking about Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. We're talking about Ariana Grande herself, just her. Now she did an interview where she basically was talking about the memory eraser that happened in Hollywood, or that happens to her, and that's one of the reasons why she could not remember when her new song was going to drop. And I mentioned, there was a clip in one of the videos that I made. It was about the blonde hair, you know, the celebrity Hollywood blonde hair conspiracy. And I don't know if you guys remember it, but I'm talking today about the interview that she did when she said she couldn't remember a thing. And it had a lot to do with the Brighter Days Clinic, where they go and erase your memories and all that good stuff, right? So hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. So these things have been around for a very, very long time. They put it plain in your face because they want you to not question it.
You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days Clinic they do the memory erasure, you know? The memory erasure. They erase my memories. It's a little foggy.
My memory was wiped in Hollywood. I used to write movies for stars. Ghostwriting there based on a true story biopics, the kind that win Golden Globes and sell out streaming rights. Ariana's team once called me about turning her latest album cycle into a future. She joked about eternal sunshine and this place called Brighter Days. I laughed like everyone else did, thinking it was just for marketing. But then I started dreaming about scenes I didn't remember writing. Whole screenplays living in my head. Characters whispering things I couldn't place. My therapist told me it was burnout. My producer said it was genius. My insomnia said something else. That's how I ended up dialing the number Ariana mentioned in passing. Just curiosity, I told myself. Just research. Brighter Days looked like any boutique wellness clinic. White orchids, glass walls, whispering staff. They had me sign a waiver thicker than a screenplay. Do you consent to memory suppression treatment? Do you acknowledge that the side effects may include partial amnesia, recurrence of memory, or intrusive dreams? The technician strapped me into a recliner. No sci-fi helmet, no blinking lights. Just electrodes, a warm hum, and a screen flickering with images pulled from my head. Childhood, heartbreaks, contract negotiations, deadlines. They asked which memories I wanted gone. I said, the ones that hurt. It was like turning the volume down on the screams I didn't realize I had been living with. For months afterward, I felt empty in the best way. No panic at 3 a.m., no ghosts whispering from scripts I couldn't remember writing. For 8 months, I had peace. And then the cracks appeared. Faces from forgotten memories showed up in dreams. Dialogue I thought I invented spilled out of strangers' mouths. The memories I paid to erase bled back through in a distorted way. That's when I realized they never erased anything. They archived it, copied every painful memory, tagged it, and stored it away. Brighter Days wasn't deleting me. They were in fact recording me. So how do I remember this now if I wiped it all away? Because someone leaked my own memories back to me. It was like my mind was a computer and someone had access to the back door. Now, I don't know if I'm remembering my life or reading someone else's screenplay that they fed me to write, but maybe that's just how Hollywood works. And maybe everything they're telling us as jokes or marketing is true.
Ariana Grande just told us that somebody is messing with her mental. Her up top, her brain. They wiping away her memory, y'all. So during the Oscars, a reporter asked Ariana Grande about her anticipated album deluxe to her 2024 album, Eternal Sunshine, where she responded and said she can't remember too much because she's gone through, or she went through, memory erasure. So I looked it up, and now it's kind of making sense. Maybe that's why her appearance is changing. That's probably why she was acting weird in them interviews with Cynthia Erivo. Y'all, this shit crazy, y'all. Look at this.
The Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know? The memory erasure, they erase my memory.
Her fans like, y'all slow. She just trolling. That's not the case. She can pass it off to y'all like she trolling, the fans. But I know what it is. It's crazy how they can do stuff right in people's face and they be so blind to see that they're telling the truth. She even put it in a music video, but they just like, oh, it's a music video. No, she's trying to explain to y'all what's going on. So in this music video, they're trying to spin it as something with love, like she's trying to erase a person from her memory. But that's not the case, y'all. They removed...
Japanese scientists have found a way to erase memories.
Yes.
Oh. Do you know, just in a nutshell, what they do?
Yeah, apparently they use optogenics and blue light to shrink a part of the brain that stores memories. So they've been able to sort of minimize and then eventually just delete the memories altogether.
Oh, so all memories. They can't pinpoint like one memory. Oh.
No, no. They can pinpoint certain things. Like when somebody's going through PTSD, they can zoom in on the brain, see which parts are lighting up, and they can go in and do that.
Whoa. Good God.
Yeah.
This is like Men in Black.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so question. Would you do that? I mean, it's easy just to answer, but think about it. Do you want to erase memory? Keep in mind, it doesn't erase what happened. It just erases the fact that you knew it happened. And I just don't know. It never happened. Just think about something that happened in your life, good, bad, whatever, and it's just gone.
Yeah.
Now, Nate can actually talk about this because this happens to him.
Tonight, imagine getting rid of all of the bad and only remembering the good. Zapping your brain sounds like something out of a science fiction movie.
But it could potentially help people. CBS 2 shows you how scientists are one step closer to actually erasing memories.
We call it the neuralizer. Keep it simple, Slit. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Agent K.
It's simple. In the movie Men in Black, memories evaporate instantly.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
That's Hollywood. But now scientists have made groundbreaking inroads that they say make erasing bad memories more of a possibility than ever before.
I think that would be awesome.
That will be great.
So the animal is walking around in this particular place.
At the University of California, Davis, Dr. Brian Wilchin has already proven it in studies with mice.
What we do here is deliver the laser stimulation.
Using pulses of laser light, he was able to get rid of select bad memories.
We were able to turn off a specific memory in mice.
This is a really big deal.
Mount Sinai neuroscientist Dr. Paula Coxon says it could potentially have many many other applications, from easing traumatic memories of child abuse to healing the effects of post-traumatic stress disorder.
It might be actually possible to take out some of the aspects of the memory that are the most unpleasant by having the person be able to recall the memory but not experience the emotion and the fear associated with it.
And she says the research could ultimately lead to innovative treatments for cognitive disorders like Alzheimer's.
We might be able to reactivate those memories and maybe find a new way for those patients to access the locked-in memories and get some of their memory function back.
And scientists emphasize all of these studies so far have been done on mice, and it could be years before we know whether the same results would actually apply to humans.
So y'all know how they tell us stuff in movies before they tell us stuff in real life? Well, no. I said they tell us stuff in movies so that we know what's going to happen in real life, or that we already know what's happening in real life. So the thing about Ariana Grande, her video talking about the Brighter's Day clinic is going around, and it makes me think about Men in Black with the neuralizer. When they seen something they didn't want them to see it or didn't want them to remember, they would neuralize them and tell them what they remembered.
Why y'all just on here going off about Ariana Grande? Didn't she tell y'all they put the memory eraser treatment on her? Y'all not understand what that is? So Google and Alexa says the memory eraser treatment refers to, y'all bear with me because all these big words on here are big. The memory eraser treatment refers to experimental techniques in neuroscience aimed at selectively eliminating or weakening specific, usually traumatic memories. Current research explores several methods, including drug-induced amnesia, memory loss, to inhibit memory creating memories inside these people's heads, or destabilizing recalled memories. Targeting memory reconsolidation, a brief period when a memory is recalled and becomes something to change. It's gonna change. They trying to change your goddamn memories. They got these big ass scientific words we ain't even using. Okay, neurostimulation using electrical or magnetic impulses to disrupt memory circuits. They're using those electromagnetic thingies they tried to use on Granny in the Beverly Hillbillies movie. These are primarily being investigated for conditions like post-traumatic stress disorder. Would you like to know more about it? Yes, Google, I want to know more. Hell. And she said it was at the Brighter Days clinic or rehab or something like that. So I have to, Google that and see what they say. And it says Brighter Days memory eraser likely refers to a therapeutic concept rather than a literal device. No. Most closely associated with eye movement desensitization. Yeah, my words, my tongue is getting twisted and but they lying.
I was born in Los Angeles, raised in Los Angeles my whole life. My dad immigrated from Cuba and came here as a teenager. Met my mom, whose parents had immigrated from, it was Yugoslavia at the time, after World War II. So I came from two families that had a lot of trauma. I was the first one on either side of the family to go to college. I started my college journey at UC Santa Barbara, made a move to UCLA, graduated UCLA, worked in education for a little bit, but started a family, and I spent years raising my kids. Back to school, I went to University of Laverne, and I got a master's in educational counseling as well as clinical counseling. I became a school counselor in a juvenile detention center, well, several juvenile detention centers in Los Angeles. From there, I went to work with kids in foster care. From there, I went into private practice, working in other practices, worked with autistic kids and adults. Then I went to a practice where I learned EMDR, was a trauma-focused practice, and I was introduced to EMDR to where I am now. I decided to open up my own practice, growing actually faster than I had planned, and I've brought on other therapists, like-minded therapists who have background in working with traumatized people, And that's Brighter Days.
Now, I know a lot of people might think this is a bit far-fetched and it's conspiracy, right? But a lot of things they put in plain sight, they put in front of you, so whenever you do see it, you would think, oh, it's just a show, it's just a movie, it's just, marketing. And I thought it was a very genius thing that she did as marketing for her new Eternal Sunshine album, where she put that on there, and then she dropped a short story on her social media of the Brighter Days Clinic. Now, I don't know anything about this, this is all alleged, everything I'm about to say is alleged, but I do believe that a lot of the time they put things in front of you in plain sight for you to not question it when something does come out as being true. So it has been said that there are people or there are scientists in China or Japan that came up with a way to erase memories. Now, these things have been around for a very long time. Black Mirror, I'm a huge fan of the show Black Mirror. You see it all the time on Black Mirror, and also on Men in Black, and also there's another show or movie, I think it's a movie that I was just watching, and it's called The Black Box. Now, you notice how like everything black, Men in Black, Black Box, Black Mirror, but it's a man that goes through all of his memories, and it's the lady from the Cosby Show, the mother, the Huxtable. She basically is the doctor that is helping him to relive his memories again. And now, when I was saying about Ariana Grande being genius for putting that in her song, because what she did was she dropped the album, and then she had a short video of the Brighter Days Clinic. And if you Google Brighter Days Clinic, it's an actual place, right? But they're also putting it in plain sight so you don't question it when things actually come out about strange things like this happening. So, in my opinion, now people are hearing about it. Oh, my memory is being erased, which could be very much true because Ariana Grande has basically transformed into somebody completely different from her voice, her looks. And yes, I understand maybe she is probably going through something with, I don't know, I don't want to say it because that word actually triggers, social media, so I don't want to say anything about it, but it has a lot to do with losing weight and all that. And she put it on there, and then she dropped the short film, and now people are looking it up. Or is she actually going through memory erasing? Is she not in control of herself anymore? It's giving very much Britney Spears, right? Because a few years back, if someone were to mention Britney Spears has gotten her memory erased or she's under some sort of conservatorship where she has no control over herself, we would think it's very far-fetched. But it came out, and obviously this young lady, Britney Spears, needs help. She has a lot of issues, based on how we see it on social media. But how can you blame her because she's been going through this for a very long time? And when I listened to Sloan Bella, the psychic lady, she talked about a lot of celebrities and how their brain have been fragmented, basically, like they go through treatments where it splits their brain into like different compartments, like different parts, and also there is a whole research that just came out, doctors, researchers, scientists in Japan, I think it's Japan or China, where they come up with this machine that can actually zap your brain and remove parts of your brain that you no longer want to remember, which I think it could be a cool thing, but also it could be something that's very dangerous. And especially with one of the clips that I showed earlier of this young lady who was reading not a story, but it was a real thing about this man who worked in Hollywood. He used to be a ghostwriter, and I know a whole lot about ghostwriters because I also have a ghostwriter, right? Where his memory was erased in Hollywood. And I wouldn't be surprised because a lot of celebrities, they'll come out and they are like completely different people, as if their memory has been erased. I remember when Kanye was talking about that, everybody thought he was crazy because he was talking about, they try to erase your memories or they're trying to give you pills and other stuff to do this and that to you. I never thought it was far-fetched at all because I do a lot of reading and I hear about all these things that are happening in Hollywood where they do erase your memory. And I wouldn't be surprised, even if I didn't read about them, I would believe it because it has been put in movies and TV shows for a very long time. And with the whole Men in Black situation, they have a whole gadget to erase people's memories. And that movie came out so long ago, I don't know how they would have thought of something like this. Or, obviously there's genius people who write movies and stuff. But it had to have been something that's actually real for them to have put it in a movie. Because a lot of times they put things in plain sight so you don't question it, So
side effects that is something I should have talked about. Okay. The bad memories may seem unclear and distant after treatment. If we have worked on something and it seems to come back afterwards, it means that there is a part of that memory that has not been desensitized. It was kind of in the corner hiding. So if that happens, come back and you just say, yeah, there's this aspect of it that we still need to work on that hasn't been cleared. And so we just go back and we clear it. All right?
Was Ariana Grande replaced? A deep dive on the difference in her speaking voice.
I'm doing it for my fans.
She was just really sweet and just very nice.
That's like scrolling too far back on Facebook.
Feels like a more mature, evolved version.
Great, fun character, and I love her spirit, and I love how ahead of her time she is. And
It gives me goosebumps every time it's so crazy.
I don't think we even finished it. I think there's just 2 verses and then strings.
This is the Mac I'm here to talk about today, girl. Come on.
Kill me, get your ass in here. Nah. I could have said, well, so long's about Ricky. Never mind, he's trash. I was like, I could have said that.
That would have really
But I didn't. I said, now I listen and laugh. That's my cookie. That's my juice, okay? Thank you, next. That's what this baby picture says. The dancing scene in this video was actually inspired by Sweet Charity and the wardrobe.
I love my Mac lipstick. This is the Mac I'm here to talk about today, girl. Come on.
Kill me, get your ass in here. Come on, girl.
I'm old. I'm an old person.
R&B and pop, that sort of hybrid space.
That was really the only reason, but
Actually inspired by Sweet Charity and the wardrobe.
But her accent isn't the only thing in this video that didn't seem authentic.
Well, this is my bag. So if we're gonna do what's in my bag, I may as well bring the one that I use every day. This is what I bring to work every day. This is the assignment, isn't it? How much time do you have? Welcome to What's in My Bag. My name is Ariana Grande, and I'm the founder of REM Beauty.
Fans think Ariana Grande changed her voice again, along with her appearance. In her perfume launch video, she sounds completely different, so here it is.
I was so excited to do something different, but I also just genuinely fell so in love with the assignment.
I thought that was Rosé from Blackpink. Sounds like her younger self, but with a deeper voice. Fans also think she might be doing it because she's fully embodying her character in Wicked. Of course, the appearance comments. People are genuinely worried for her.
Alright, so they can erase me.
Raise your hand if you're a little weirded out by Ariana Grande being like, I don't remember. I was. And then my favorite content creators on here were like, guys, look at this. Conspiracy. We need to go down this rabbit hole. This is weird. Okay, so I ate at it like I do everything. And guess what? Her fans are all probably laughing at us. Honestly, I could have asked my daughter about this. She probably could have told me. Anyway, Brighter Days Memory Erasure Clinic appears in Ariana Grande's 2024 music video, We Can't Be Friends, from the album Eternal Sunshine, inspired by the film Eternal Sunshine and the Spotless Mind. It's a fictional clinic where characters go to erase the past relationship memories. So the guy interviewing her didn't freak out because he understood that she was doing a bit in a plug. So now we're all talking about her, which is exactly what she wanted. No rabbit hole. I mean, it's weird, but it's not rabbit hole weird.
But that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Not
You see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody, so let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. I'm Christian.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right, had to write net worth 400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
That's more important than thinking alive.
That's the thing.
Thinking about this reminded me of the interview that I saw of this celebrity lady. She was a blonde hair, blue-eyed lady who was very popular. I think it was Pam Anderson or someone. Anna Nicole Smith, that's who it was, where she was talking as if she was a 5-year-old little girl. And I thought it was very weird that, she was acting like that. Now I wonder whether or not she got her memory erased to the point where they took so much away, where the only thing she remembered is her being 5 years old. She was a grown woman in an interview talking like a child, and in my opinion, there are a lot of celebrities, maybe Marilyn Monroe, and, that also would talk about getting their memories erased, like Kanye West, Marilyn Monroe, possibly, because I have heard of something like this happening to her, and Nicole Smith in that whole interview. It's very strange. There's definitely something strange going on.
Like I said, you know how when you're having gas and you feel it, and it's like,
That's your baby kicking you.
My baby's over there.
Watch this.
Wait.
Real.
Let me get a shot of the baby. Let me just get a shot of the baby right here. No, yeah, put it down. Okay.
Look.
She's having brain trouble.
You think this is a good time to announce the sex of your baby?
Look. It's a battery.
Don't open her skin.
Bad. She's fake.
Don't.
I'm gonna talk to you for a second.
Okay. Talk to me, Riley. Riley, talk to me. Talk to me.
She had a major brain trouble. Get the screwdriver.
For the baby?
Yes, take one battery out. To prove that that's not a real baby.
How do you know it's not a real baby?
Howard.
How do you know the stork didn't bring it last night?
She peed on me.
I'm gonna go to the nursery and look, okay?
Like I said, we're going to touch up some stuff on this book. So in this book is called Spell of Abundance, Love, Wealth, and Protection. So in this book, on the first page, actually, I have a glamour affirmation that you will basically say, you stand in front of the mirror and you stare at yourself and you admire yourself and you will say to yourself how beautiful you are. You'll basically seal this your beauty, like your glam, after you've done your makeup, or even stand in front of the mirror naked with nothing on, so you can really reaffirm yourself of your beauty, of your confidence and all that. This book is mainly for like self-confidence and self-elevation, calling the goddess in you, calling the divinity in you, calling the beauty in you, and also work with the moon, because the moon represents the woman, the mother, womb, water, all of this. So yeah, I have all the steps in here of all the spells that you need to do. It even has one to get rid of unwanted guests. It's pretty funny. To get rid of unwanted guests. And this book right here, right? So I'm gonna run down real quick of all the materials that you're going to need. You will need a brand new broom. It has to be brand new. And you'll need a piece of parchment paper, a black pen, a black trash bag, because we're going to get rid of this sucker, right? And of course your intentions. And also I have spells on here that you can say. I have daily affirmations. And also I have spells on here that you can do every single day to work with the energy of the planets of the day, and also the archangels that work with the day. So anyways, there's so many spells. There's a 7-day manifestation spell with archangels. And let's see. A 30-day money spell with bay leaves and the Fihu sign, which is a money sign. It's like an F with that extra part. Anyways, the symbol's there, and I even show you like what you need to do, what the sigil look like, all that. And the keys to enhance your spell. So there are different things on here on how to enhance your spell and basically grow your finance, grow your love, self-love, self-admiration, chance to say to yourself to give you that extra energy to go about your day. And also tips to enhance your spell. Oh, I already said this. And morning coffee abundance prosperity spell. You guys remember I just shared a video about morning coffee and how important it is when it comes to hoodoo, and how you can basically use your first cup of coffee in the morning to manifest a better life or a better day, or to bring forth money to you. So don't let, you know, you're already doing these things anyway, so you might as well just incorporate something a little bit extra to basically boost your thing. And here's a to influence your boss spell. So this one, I'm sure people who are actually working are going to love this. It's to influence your boss and attract favors towards you at work. Because look, in this economy, we're all working and we need some boost at work, and we also sometimes need to be tied to our job, so therefore you don't get fired. You know what I mean? So there's some stuff that you could do to basically tie yourself to your job, and or tie the job to you. And once you're done and you're all tired of that job, you can get rid of it. It's not something that's completely permanent, but use magic, guys. It's here for you to use. You have the herbs in your closet, you have the herbs in your pantry, you have the candles that you could just simply buy some candles super cheap. Use magic to elevate your life. Use magic to make yourself better. Let me tell you, Jesus was out here using magic, okay? Walking on water and stuff and turning water into wine. Sounds like magic to me. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.